I'm just going to come right out and tell you the best rewards credit card for minimalists that I have found, and one that I've personally used for over 2 years now, is the Citi Double Cash card, which effectively gives you 2% cash back on all of your purchases. Now, here's why I say it's the best. Think about rewards credit cards. There are typically two types. There's travel rewards cards, and then there's cash back rewards cards. If we consider a travel rewards card like the American Express Sky Miles card, right? And we do the math on the value of the reward that we book, we'll typically find that the value of the reward is equal to about 1.5% of your spending, right? So if you spend $10,000 on that card, you get travel rewards equal to $150. And with that, you are also limited to booking through their partner agencies, right? Which is going to be Delta and whoever else their partners are. So you don't have full access to booking the entire market of travel. Let's just say a flight. You don't have the full access to that. But at the same time, there might be another flight that you could book independently without your rewards that is available at a lower price or has more value because it leaves at a better time or something, right? So it might be higher price than, a lower price flight, but it leaves a better time, you value that more. So what I'm saying is with the travel rewards cards, you really don't get to economically pick the best option for you, and there might be more economical options. I don't like to use the word economical because that implies cheap. What I'm saying is, economical relative to what you value. There might be more economical options out there for you to book than what you can book through your travel rewards card. So in that case, it would just make sense to get the cash back than to just get that travel reward. Now I know some people are going to be saying like, okay, well, the Delta Sky Miles card, you get free checked bags, okay? And that's on Delta, I think the checked bag fee is $35 for your first checked bag on that. Now, that sounds good, that's great, but that limits you to Delta. I mean, I personally travel a lot and I book whatever the most economical option is. I don't want to say the cheapest because I usually don't do that. I actually really like to leave it in the morning and get there in the afternoon. I don't like to be doing overnight flights or afternoon flights or very early morning flights. I like my flights to leave around between 8 and 10. I'll probably go more towards the 10 so I have some time in the morning to actually do what I need to do, right? But in doing that, I will say that there's no one airline I fly more than others. I mean, I've flown Delta, United, American, I've flown Frontier, I've flown JetBlue, I've flown Southwest, probably all of them within the last year, right? So when you're looking at the value of that checked bag fee, you have to consider, are you really going to be choosing a Delta flight all the time? Just as I kind of described in my previous example, you don't want to have to choose Delta at a higher price than what a more economical flight would be, because that's going to negate the value of your reward. Second, then there's the cashback cards, and there's some like the American Express, Everyday Preferred card, I believe is what it is. And these ones have categories where you can choose and you get a higher cash back, like say 6% on groceries or something. But the thing with those cards is, number one, you're limited to categories, and a lot of times people often overestimate what they spend in a potential category. And then number two, with that, those categories have a limit. So with the American Express, you're limited to that, max cash back amount up to $6,000 in spend. It's not unlimited. And then that's, only on select categories. So there's a kind of a menu of categories you can choose from, right? So, if you spend a lot on business services or advertising like I personally do, you're not getting, any form of high cash back on those. Most card companies are leaving those way, way from their high cashback rewards. But with the Citi Double Cash here, you don't have that. You get 2% on everything. Right? So basically what I'm saying is, there's a huge kind of paradox or distortion in the rewards world where people place more value on these tangible rewards than they do in cash. You can look this up in in psychology and the psychology of influence. People, humans, generally place more value on rewards that are tangible than they will just a gift of cash. And I mean, that's a whole nother kind of topic in management theory wormhole that we could go down. So anyways, yeah, I mean, I say that simply just taking your 2% cash back is the best option for minimalists rather than chasing credit card rewards. Because that's the other thing you could do is you could, try optimizing each credit card and carrying around 8 different credit cards in spending, in specific categories, but my gosh, that just makes your head ring. That gives you a lot to manage, way too much to focus on, and quite frankly, I think the value of that is going to be marginal beyond 2%, if you're even able to get that. I think most people, in probably 98% of cases, I don't know, I'm just kind of pulling that up, but the majority of people, and I shouldn't say the majority of people, but the majority of credit card users aren't even going to be able to optimize the return rate beyond 2%, even with chasing categories. So for that reason, I just like one simple 2% cashback card, and that is the Citi Double Cash.